Respectfully. Make me understand. Why, beloved?
Father, your love never ceases, even in the midst of my darkest days. Love, it flows like a river and never ever seems to run dry. So if all the breath in my lungs, I'll raise a hallelujah.
Warning: viewer discretion is advised. This video is made for adults and young adults only. The information that you will see here will help to encourage you, enlighten you, or maybe even motivate you towards being the greater version of yourself.
I've been extremely unjust to myself, and I've been unjust to you, and I want to correct it. Welcome back to Kaye-Marie's Beloved Let's Talk. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining us. Over here, everything is peaceful and zen, full of love. People have healed over here. People have forgiven over here. People have moved forward over here. I'm apologizing for one, because where I thought that I was doing too much, as the saying would say, I really feel I've been doing less than what I'm used to doing. I really feel I've been giving you what I thought you wanted me to give you. Also, what I thought you two wanted me to give you. But I've been extremely unjust to you, because when I started this journey, I said, there's gonna be some things that I'm gonna say that you want to hear, but there'll be a lot of things that I feel that you need to hear. And I put a warning sign up because this segment is about setting the table. I went back and forth in my mind of whether or not I should actually do this segment, because I know that once we put things out into the universe, then it's just out there. Same thing with YouTube. When you put it out there, even once you decide to just delete the video, there are people that have already experienced the video, that have already seen it, and it's nothing you can do about it. So I'm going to take this time to be vulnerable and put this out here, because I feel it's extremely necessary. We need to set the table. And this time around, I'm standing on all business. I spoke about the righteous man and how amazing they are. I'm not male bashing. I want to be honest about certain things that need to be spoken that have not been spoken. I will not be a part of looking at this world, watching how our young ladies are being distracted, manipulated, mishandled, done wrong, all because they did not have certain information that they needed in order to be successful as a young lady, as a young woman, as a mother, as a wife, all of that. If they would have had these certain informational tools, maybe a lot of things would have been different. A lot of things would have come out totally different.
Beloved, forgive them for not knowing. Forgive them for not knowing the right way to love you. And forgive yourself, because once you know better, then you'll do better.
So I want to tell you a story. I made this up myself. A mother took her daughter to the candy store, and she was so excited because in the candy store there are so many different candies. But the mom said, listen, you can choose whichever candy you want. Just pick one. So the little girl was extremely excited. She sees lollipops, candy, bubble gums, just everything, shoestrings, I mean, you name it. It's all kinds of candy gummy bears, everything. But her mom said you can only pick one candy. So the little girl goes and picks one candy. She comes back excited, and her mom said, "Is this what you want?" She said, "Yes, it's the one I want." Okay. Now on the other side, there is a mother taking a son to the store. The mother says to the son, "Pick one candy, whichever one you want." The son sees all these different candies, just like the little girl saw. And when he comes back to the register, he has a handful of candies, all different kinds, and he puts them onto the counter. And the mother said, "Son, I said you can only choose one candy." So he immediately gets frustrated. And he didn't even look at the array of candy, one and sat it and walked away. Another day goes. The mother comes back, bring the daughter to the store again. She said, "Choose one candy." Now here's where things change. Although there's all these different candies, and the little girl chose this one candy last time, she could have chose something else. However, she chose the same exact candy that she took the first time when she came to the candy store. Puts it on the counter, just as excited. It's a familiar candy to her. It has a familiar taste. She enjoyed it, so why not do it again, right? She gets that candy and goes on her way. Go back to the scenario with the little boy. His mother takes him to the store again. Choose whichever one candy. He comes back to the counter again with a handful of candy. Once again, the mother says, "Son, you can only choose one." He gets frustrated. He picks one candy and he just goes away, upset. The son, in turn, says to himself, "When I get older, I'm going to get all the candy that I want." Why am I telling you this story? The reason why I'm telling you this story is because it's symbolic to how most of the time, and I'm not saying all women because men do it too, but I'm speaking about women. Most of the time, women can have something. Women can try something and they can be loyal to it because they know what they experienced from it. They know how it made them feel. They know how they enjoyed it, right? So I'm saying when it comes to loyalty, I would have to say women show a lot more loyalty from beginning. It's because when a mother is birthing a child for 9 months, she's carrying that same child. She's nurturing that child. She's feeding that child every day. She's doing whatever it takes and whatever is needed to maintain her health and her body being taken care of physically, her mental mind, emotionally. Even though sometimes I know women may experience different ups and downs emotionally in pregnancy where they're just sensitive, whatnot. That's not the point that I'm making. What point that I'm saying is loyalty in women has been from the beginning something that has been existing in us from the womb. Okay?
The great Malcolm X said, "The mother is the first teacher of the child. The message she gives to the child, that child gives to the world."
Men have been speaking to other men growing up and telling them, you can have as many women and as many girls as you want. And I'm not saying to you that every man thinks this. However, I am saying to you, a lot of young men do think this. So this segment is called Setting the Table. It is more so geared to our younger generation, our younger women. However, anyone is welcome to enjoy and learn and get what you need out of it. But I want to be sure that I am bringing about some helpful information so that our young people can stop allowing these men to manipulate them. Remember your worth, remember who you are, and when you do that, then you will set boundaries and you won't accept certain things. You can go back and look at my other videos before. We are now past the 90 days. We are now in May, summer. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I want my sisters to be successful. I want them to be beautiful, well-rounded women, young ladies with morals and values that know who they are and whose they are and just won't allow anybody to just do any and everything to them. So we're gonna set this table. We're gonna set it right too. I'm so excited. This may boggle a few people. It may bother and ruffle a few feathers, but I'm all right with it.
Each morning, we are born again. Whatever we choose to do today is what will matter tomorrow. So choose to set your table accordingly.
I spoke so well about the righteous man, and now I want to speak about us women. I have to refer back to the beginning. When a woman has a child, like I said before, she carried this child for 9 months. And then she brings this child into the world. And any mother who wants the best and want to do right by their child is going to make sure that they're providing a home, a warm, decent place, food, clothes, everything that they need, right? So the mother, she works hard, provides. Sometimes she has to even do it by herself. There is a lot of women that unfortunately have become single mothers. So they do the best that they can according to what they know when it comes to taking care of their child. They go to work, they get their health care, they provide the warm, hot meals, they get them up early in the morning, prepare them for school, or send them to daycare, whatnot. They wash the clothes, they bathe them, they take them to doctor's appointments, they're up at night when they're having fevers, when they have colds, they tend to them, they take off work. You know, they pay their own bills, they have their mortgage or their rent, they have their light bills, they have their phone bills, they have their car notes. You know, women do all of this, right? I'm going somewhere. Stay with me. They do all of this, right? And even as a single woman, sometimes you want a companion. Sometimes you want somebody there with you. You would like to have a mate. You would like to have a partner. But now that you have this huge responsibility, this child, you have to be so careful who you allow to be in your child's life, right? So now we have to learn how to really choose wisely, especially when you are a mother of a daughter. I'm going to give you a few different tools that I know that will help you to stop allowing these men to waste your time. You have so much invested in yourself, in your children, in your family, in your work, in your home, that you really, truly don't need anybody else that is not going to either add to or add more value to your life. But I'm going to be direct in saying to you, and I mean this with the utmost respect, beloved sister. If you pay your $900 rent and you pay your $500 car note with insurance, that's $1,400. And you pay for food, electricity, whatever, TV services, Netflix, everything. And on average, you may be spending, let's say, about $2,000 a month in expenses, right? You get up and you go to work every day. You take your children to school. You're doing the best you can. I don't understand for the life of me why, if you have a financial obligation monthly to $2,000, why, beloved, would you entertain someone that doesn't have half of what you have, but has the nerve to think that he can tell you what to do, try to intimidate you, try to manipulate you, and use all his narcissistic tactics to have you feel like you're less than when he's bringing less than what you do to the table? Make me understand. Respectfully. Make me understand. Why, beloved? You had your own. You've been taking good care of yourself. Sometimes women can feel, well, I'm lonely, or he just needed a little help. Beloved, listen. A man's job is to pursue his journey and pursue what his purpose is, just like you. And when he becomes a husband, his job is to be a provider. You're not supposed to be providing for him. Now, it's different if this is your husband or this is your child's father that was providing for you unmarried before, and he was handling everything and being the man of the home. That's different if, because of an unfortunate situation, you have to help take care of things a little bit more. Okay, that's different. I understand that. But coming in the gate and you have nothing to put on this table? No way. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Be mindful and choose wisely, because there are a lot of narcissistic men out here that are preying on you beautiful sisters, looking and studying you. Be sure, does he love you or is he studying you? They are studying you. They're watching, oh, I see she go to work all the time. She got a nice car. She got a nice place. She keep her hair done. She keep her nails up, this and that. Oh, yeah, she'd definitely be a good one that I can go and just post up with and stay with. Where? Where, sir? Stop letting him do that. He is a man. And respectfully, I mean no disrespect, I'm not gonna sit here and say I've never experienced or gone through some things as a young woman that, you know, I was learning, thinking I was supposed to help. Yeah, I wanna be a helpmate, but I need to be a helpmate to my husband, not to my boyfriend. He's not my husband. I don't need to submit to him and show him how good I am. I don't need to do that. He don't need to sample me. You want samples, go to Sam's Club on Saturday. You can try a whole bunch of different samples. Or go to Costco. You're not gonna sample me. A quality woman. And ladies, stop allowing them to play with you. You're not a toy. Set your table. See, because what you allow and what you take in and who you choose is a representation of you. That was a heavy nugget right there. Who you choose is a representation of you and your choice because you chose him. So stop running around here saying, yeah, girl, I told you he was crazy. Yeah, he was crazy. I told you he was crazy. No, but did you tell yourself? Because you knew he was crazy and you chose him still. Take accountability for your choice. You chose him. He's a reflection of you. So when you start talking about him to your friends and saying how he doing this, how he doing that, you're talking about yourself. You chose him. That's why I always say choose wisely. Choose wisely. I told my daughter when she was in high school, she was, I want to say a sophomore, and no, correction. My daughter was a freshman in high school, and there was this young boy that took a liking to her, and she said that he wanted her to be his girlfriend. And I said, listen, you can't have a boyfriend right now. You're only 14, because at the time, freshman year, you're about 14, 15 going into high school. I said, you can't have a boyfriend right now. But I will tell you what you can do is, I want you to watch him. I want you to study him. I taught her how to study early on. She was 14 years old, and I'm showing her how to study. I want you to watch him the whole year. And I want you to watch his movement. I want you to watch him academically. How's he doing in school? How's his grades? Is any sports? How's he doing in his sports? How's he doing as far as friends? Do he move around a lot when it comes to a lot of women? Is it flirtation? I want you to pay attention and study him and see what he's doing. If he can wait a whole year, you don't have to tell him, but if he can wait a year to become your boyfriend, then okay, sophomore year, I'll let you have a little boyfriend at school, right? You'll be 16. So she studied, she watched. The whole year it was fine. She never told him that she was watching, but she watched. So sophomore year, he decided to ask her if she would be his girlfriend. He did this whole big thing. Forgive me, Kayla, I hope I'm not telling your business. It was so cute. he did this whole big thing and decorated her locker and everything, asked her to be his girlfriend, and she said yes. And what I liked about it at the time, my daughter was doing good in school. He actually was like honor roll all the time, and they would study together and work together, and they actually started studying to where even her grades started going up more. It wasn't like he was bringing her down. He was actually helping her to stay up, and I like that. So I'm saying to you, if you choose someone that's going to bring you up the stairs versus down them, because I guarantee you, beloved, for everything that he's going through, he's going to take you with him. No disrespect, brothers, this is not for you today. I gave you all the righteous man. I'm speaking to my sisters. Don't let him take you with him. You don't owe to be a mother or a helpmate to a boyfriend or someone that you like. You owe to honor yourself and to honor God and be as righteous of a woman and the right kind of woman that you want to be for you, and also represent for your children, especially your daughters. Because I guarantee you, whether you believe it or not, they are watching. They are watching. And what's so crazy, when they get older, they'll come back and they'll say to you, I remember when I was this age, you did this, you did. Because for them, they're looking to see, am I supposed to lead myself this way? Or am I supposed to lead myself another way? They're going to go off of what they're seeing you're doing. If that makes sense. I don't want to give too much. Sometimes I tend to get a little too overexcited, but I will be honest and tell you this. This segment, Setting the Table, is probably going to be one of the most intense segments that I've ever done. It's going to be one of the most authentic segments that I've done, because not at all am I concerned about what someone thinks about me and why I felt the need to do this. I'm going to give you a template on the righteous way of dating. So on my next segment, we're going to talk about the application. Now, what is the application? You know how when you go to get a job, you have to fill out an application, right? They're wanting to know your background. They want to know things about you. They want to know like where you used to work, history, X, Y, Z, this, that, right? Well, when we're choosing the right kind of guy to be a reflection of our choice, we need to create an application for ourselves as well. So I'm going to do a segment called the application, and I hope you come back for that. It's going to outline everything that you should be looking at, to be considering. And that's necessary for you with choosing the right kind of partner that will help you come up, not come down. Beloved, as always, it has been my honor and my privilege to be here with you. I enjoy you so much, and I look forward to the next time that we see each other. I pray that God continue to add to your territory. I pray God continue to heal you if healing is needed. I pray God give you peace and understanding mentally. I pray that God continues to give you strength in your physical so that you can continue to move forward with your journey, wherever that is. And I definitely pray that you come back to see me again. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for my next up and coming videos. Blessings to you. Bye.
You are presented with a choice: evolve or remain. If you choose to remain unchanged, you will be presented with the same challenges, the same routine, the same storms, the same situations until you learn from them. And love yourself enough to say no more. If you choose to evolve, you will connect to your inner strength and find that everything you needed was already inside of you.